a score and 7 years ago.
So the other day I found a pawn shop that was closing down. So when I walked in, the entire room was empty except for 4 waist-high piles of 3DS games. And every single one of those games was called Codename S.T.E.A.M. So I didn't want to leave the place empty-handed, so I got the game, brought it up to the cashier, and I asked him how much. He said $1 single. Now that may have been the greatest investment I have made my entire life, because when I brought it home, I looked at the case and it looked pretty generic, but then I turned it over and I saw what I was not expecting. Good old Honest Abe. So immediately I pulled up the Wikipedia page for this game, as one does, and I was looking and I found what you would never believe. The game is called Lincoln versus the Aliens of Japan. I have never heard a more perfect name in my entire life. What do you mean this hasn't changed your life? Nintendo published a third-person shooter strategy game featuring a United States president. This is too interesting for the channel not to cover. If you're a normal person, you would have absorbed this information and then thrown it out. So to make a long story short, this game was released in 2015 to reviews. Except for Polygon, they really hated this game. And then they fixed their score. So presumably it was because of the Codename S.T.E.A.M community rising up against them. So let's go see if Polygon was right, shall we?
Codename S.T.E.A.M.
That sound alone could end marriages. And that, kids, is how I met your mother. So I'm a little confused about the actual setting of this game because there's a lot of American flags, yet it says it takes place in Britain. Smash. So the way it controls is a little strange. There's 2 options you can go about it. So in the middle of the screen there's that little pad thing, and when you drag it moves the camera. But honestly it's kind of dumb, so I'm gonna use these face buttons. So I've been tricked. I've been a little bamboozled. When I first saw the trailer for this game, I thought it was gonna be more of a third-person shooter free roam. But really, that's my own fault. I should have known better. How it actually works is that it's more of a strategy RPG game. So you and the enemy keep taking turns. When you take a turn, every tile that you move is like 1 piece of steam off of your steam bar. And when you shoot an alien, it takes off 3 pieces from your steam bar. And every time you end a turn, when you run out of steam, the enemy goes. Yo, this game is kind of hard.
Mission failed. Now that is how you pull off an Overwatch attack. Nice work, champ. As I live and breathe.
Sorry, I left the 3D on. I don't know. It's getting to 5 a.m. and I am not feeling well. Actually, speaking of 3D, have you guys noticed that the 3D doesn't work as well as it was when we were younger?
Oh my.
I wonder if that's because of our eyes have gotten more old, or I don't know.
Are you guys chill if I just do this and then come back with you?
So it turns out the game is really hard, harder than I expected. I have been here for a few hours now and I haven't gotten past the first level. I'm running low on steam, running low on health. Things aren't going great right now.
Safe. It's very desirable.
Alright, new strategy. We're gonna spread out. I'm gonna go on this side, and then John is going to stay over on that side. Plan backfired. I sacrificed John, and then now I found out that there's something over here that only John can break. Needless to say that the plan didn't work. I did it.
I got this. Man. John, new plan.
Could it be?
What a ship. Does it matter? Can't climb it. She's called the Lady Liberty. Oh, man. Mr. President.
Finally. Abraham Lincoln.
You're alive.
He's alive.
Despite the rumors. Effective immediately. You are agents of S.T.E.A.M.
Gee, I wonder where he got that name from.
No time to explain. We must hurry. Buckingham Palace awaits. The Queen needs you.
Oh.
Alright, so I've basically pulled an all-nighter. It's 6 a.m. now, so I'm gonna stop playing for now. I didn't even get to make it to Mecha Leakin' yet, so maybe I'll play in my own time. So the game was actually better than I expected. Will I think Nintendo will make a new one for the Nintendo Switch? No. Would I love it? Yes. The mechanics of the game got a little tiring over time. I mean, you had to wait for the enemy's turn, and then you to go, and then the enemy's turn. But I assume that's just because of the genre that this game is. I've never really played one of these before, but I would imagine it's kind of like the Mario and Rabbids game. But overall, I loved it. So let's make Codename S.T.E.A.M 2 for the Nintendo Switch, featuring Donald Trump, but this time he's in space. If you made it to the end, then thanks. That was probably a pretty rough video. But if you did make it, then please like and subscribe and follow us on all the socials. We are everywhere, and if we're not there yet, we will be soon. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Have a great night.